Hello and welcome to Reflections of My Art and Soul. Today I am creating my very first video for my new redesigned blog. Today I have a fun little treat for you with peppermint patties. I made 4 of them, decorated 4 of them, and then inserted them into a pretzel bag and tied them off with some baker's twine and a cute little tag. And all this is created using the October stamp of the month called Very Merry Christmas. It's only available till October 31st. You can get it for $5 with a $50 purchase. Alright, I wanted to share with you how our stamp sets come packaged. This is the October stamp of the month, Very Merry Christmas, and these are premium quality decorative stamps. So your stamps come on a 6x6 carrier. They have a 6x6 foam insert that'll help you, give you some cushion when you're stamping, and I'll share with you how to use that later. This is the stamp set that includes 11 images. We've got the mitten, the ornament, the little holiday treat that I used on the project today, along with the tag that I'm using. I did a little bit of masking. I'll show you how to do that too. A couple of messages, and then this one has a little tree with some packages and to and from. And this stamp set coordinates perfectly with our fabulous Cricut Artiste collection. Inside the Cricut Artiste collection, you'll receive this Cricut cartridge that's only available through Close to My Heart, along with 3 sheets of dimensional elements. I think they are 9 by 12 inch sheets, and then you get 3 my acrylic stamp sets that coordinate with the Cricut Artiste. Today we'll be using images from page 79. This one right here. So on page 79, it's the Noel key. Each key is themes, like you've got Noel here, Thanksgiving, and so on. And we'll be using accent number 4 key, and then you'll press your shift key to get to this image right here. And then for the tag on the outside of the gift bag, we go to page 35, and we'll be using this image right here, and this is the key number 5. So we'll be using this image here for this project today. It is the 3D object, and you press your shift key to get this image. Alright, let's get busy creating our project for today. I am using the October stamp of the month. I've pulled off the stamp that says a holiday treat, placed it on my acrylic block. We are going to be using the Olive Exclusive inks. And I have placed my Cricut Artiste shape, which is made out of Colonial White cardstock. It is 1 3/4 inches big, and I've placed it on this piece of cranberry cardstock just so I can see around the edges better, so when I stamp I can get it centered. And then this is the 6-inch foam insert from the stamp set, and it will help you to get a good image. It gives you a little cushion. So we're going to ink up our stamp, and I do a twist, twist, tap, tap, and then just line it up. There we go. I think that's going to be better. Much better. Okay. I'm using the Glitter Glitz Gel in Almond. Mine doesn't have any packaging information on it because this is what I received for teaching at Extravaganza this summer. And then I'm just going to place a small dot of the Glitter Glitz Gel in each hole. And then I would set it aside to dry. There's one that's already completely dry. And then all we have to do is find my Tombow, and we'll flip it over, and I had to stamp that one twice too. Okay. And then center it onto this piece. Line it up. The cranberry cardstock piece was cut at 2 inches, so that gives you a nice border around the edges. Okay, now we're going to stamp the tag onto the Colonial White piece of cardstock that I cut out. This one is cut at 3 inches. Okay, and I'm going to be using the cranberry ink to start off with. And I'll show you how. There's the stamp, and then I'm going to place it onto a larger acrylic block. Okay, and this is the one that I am going to be masking a little bit. I'm doing it by hand. So I'm just going to do the top part and the bottom part, not the center. So I can do this fairly simple by just stamping right there. If I get any on the words, I'm just going to wipe it off, which I did, of course. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other side. Okay, make sure I get, and I can see since our stamps are clear, I'm going to redo that one just a little bit. Okay, looks pretty good. And then we're going to line it up, and voila. This should give us a nice image. Perfect. And place this one on there. Again, on this one we'll be using the olive ink. Let's twist, twist, tap, tap. And we'll center it. Okay, perfect. Then we'll be using the Glitter Glitz Gel in Almond again. And I just decided to put some on the edges here. You want to pull up straight up. That one I didn't pull up straight. That way you'll get more of a circle. There you go. And then you'll want to set it aside. It usually takes 20-30 minutes for this to dry. Now you could use a heat tool to quicken the process, but I went ahead and had it done. And when it dried, this one actually looks like it's cranberry color and not the almond. We will flip it over and put some tape on it. And then here is this was at 3 inches, so this was a 1/4 inch bigger at 3 1/4 inches. And line it up on here to get the best look. Okay, you'll see that I've lined it up, but my holes don't match right here. So I just grabbed my crocodile and I'm using the hole punch in it to make my hole even all the way around. Alright, let's put our peppermint patty together. You'll see I've already done 3 of them. Super simple. Just put a little adhesive on one edge. Doesn't matter which way, really. Just center it in there. And then same thing. I just do an X. And then you'll want to line up the shapes, the top and bottom shapes, as close as possible. And voila. And I didn't use heavy duty tape. They're real loose, easy to come apart. And then these are the pretzel bags. I wanted to share with you they're Wilton pretzel bags. This was a 70 count bag that I found at Michael's, and it was less than $5. So now we will insert them into the pretzel bags. Alright, I have them all the way down to the end, and I need to cut off a little bit of this right up here. So I'm using my micro tip scissors by Close to My Heart, and I don't have to cut off very much really. Maybe an inch, inch and a quarter. Okay. And then I'll take some of our cranberry baker's twine that comes in the autumn, let's see, it's actually the harvest baker's twine. So I've got 4 colors here. I'm using the cranberry. And then I'm just going to tie this around, try to get my pieces even. Tie it closed at the center. Okay, I'm going to tie it into a knot. Okay, and then I can take the tag that I made and we'll just insert, oops, that. And I'm going to tie it off into a cute little bow. Okay, and voila! That's it. That is our October stamp of the month. Very Merry Christmas holiday treat stocking stuffer. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.